The past few years have seen unprecedented changes within the eternal land of Quel'Thalas. The Blood Elves, following the will of their crazed leader Kael'thas Sunstrider, channeled dangerous, chaotic magics to transform their sacred Sunwell into a gateway of unspeakable evil. While Kael'thas and his demonic masters were eventually defeated, a different kind of transformation occurred within the Sunwell itself, as a dying Naaru sacrificed its life essence to reignite the Sunwell into a fount of holy energy. Now, the Blood Elf Regent Lor'themar Theron sees a new hope on the horizon for his people. Over time, the Sunwell's light could cure the Blood Elves of their cursed state, but many still cling to the arcane powers they've procured and are hesitant to relinquish them. As one of the remaining Blood Elves, you must fight to protect Quel'Thalas and help redeem the soul of your ancient people.
Right, so for each character that you make, I'll bring you into the introduction, kind of like a backstory for the characters, so you can get a little bit of the history. Some people can skip it, some people like to listen to it, but since this is pretty much say, hey, this is how you start, decided to let you guys listen to it. How you can actually skip that is by pressing escape, and I'll ask you if you want to skip. For basic movements, we have W for up, S for down, D for turn, and then A for turn. So D's to right, A's to left. There's also up key, right key, left key, and back key. Those are the arrows on your keyboard. That's pretty much how you move. You also have E and Q, so you can move that way as well. Now, how you accept quests is you
Glory to the
talk to them, but
Sin'dorei.
sometimes I'll automatically accept. Sometimes it's kind of buggy, so it won't, so you'll have to manually do it. But all you have to do is right click the person that has a quest, and then you want to left
Keep
click
your
to
wits
accept.
about you.
So down here is your attack bars. So as you can tell at this rate, you only get one attack, but as you grow and as you learn and level, you actually get more skills, and depending on how you played, it really will depend on how you play the character. So go over here to this lovely mono him, which is going on the bottom, but pretty much it says, hey, on quest objective, this is what you need to do. Or you can go right here, and I'll actually bring up the map describing the quest that you're on. So it usually shows you, but if you want to read it, there's also that option as well. There are two ways to bring that up. You could open the map, and I'll show you right here. So map for M, you could press F to open and press it to close. Same thing with L for log. As you can see, we got this code, and it went into auto attack while I was explaining the map in the log. So how you loot is you want to right click and then left click. There's also another way. You can press escape, go to interface, and go into auto loot, and now loot automatically. Something I also like to do when I get into the game is do the action bars, because that shows all the action bars and it makes it a little bit easier to maneuver and use your skills a little bit faster. So it's not. I love you too, but that hurts.
I need to target something first.
Now, since we just leveled, let's explain the playing system. So down here, I'll show you your XP. When it is purple, that means you're just getting regular XP. When it's blue, that means you have rest bonus. So as you're doing quests and as you're fighting monsters, you'll level up. There's also professions that also help you level up as well. So that is actually the mining and the herbalism. So those are some of the ways that you're able to level up your character. Alright, so when you're done with the quest, I'll show you right here. So the lettering will turn from white to gray, and it'll have a little question mark there. So that shows you, hey, we're done, let's go turn it in. If you look here on the mini map, you'll be able to see it as well. So that pretty much shows you, hey, this is where you need to go to turn it in.
State your business.
And by turning in that quest and filling those few mana pictures, you can see that the XP bar is over halfway, almost 3/4 of the way full. So it's sometimes leveling up can be really quick like that. As you're getting higher and higher levels, it starts to slow down.
Death to all who oppose us.
So this blue right here is pretty much, hey, this is where you need to go to get the stuff that you need for the quest, which this one is actually so usually what will happen is it will glow when you're picking it up. Unfortunately, it doesn't show in the back anymore. They actually removed that from the game to save space for pretty much being able to hold more stuff in your bag. But it does keep a record of how much you killed and how much you got. That way you don't have to manually track that yourself. There are some items in the game where you have to use and have in your inventory to complete the quest, so that will stay visible in your inventory. As you can tell, we hit level 3 and we got a new spell down here. I'll usually automatically add it to your action bar. Sometimes it won't, so fiddle with it. How you can actually open up your spellbook is by pressing P, and I'll open up your spellbook. I'll also show you the different areas, so stealth, cheap shot, deadly poison, poison knives. So these are other things that you learn while you're leveling up. As you can tell, I already have the Sinister Strike already unlocked, but at level 13, it gets a boost.
Anu Belore Delana. The reckoning is at hand.
Alright, so since we turned that last quest in, it actually opened up a bunch more quests for us to get, which are these guys right here. So you can go up and get the quest, and I'll automatically track them on the side. Sometimes there'll be too much for it to show, so as you're doing them, I'll show you, I'll automatically condense them, or you can press Shift and then left click, which will make it disappear. And how you bring it back is you can press lock and left click shift again, and I'll automatically show you the
Anaria Shola.
again. Yeah.
Farewell. Our enemies will fall.
We will persevere. Hold your head high.
So now that we have multiple quests, the one that's going will be the one that your minimap will actually point to. So if you click them, I'll show you the one that you clicked. So as you saw before, this wasn't as right, but now it is. So it's pretty much saying, hey, this is where this quest is. So each race has its own unique spell to that race. So the Night Elf actually has the Arcane Turret, which is something that we need to use as so for this quest that we're doing. So with things like that, you want to actually read and understand, hey, this is what this is for, and
Victory lies ahead. Stay the course. Shurel Aran.
so as you're doing some quests, it'll actually give you a reputation. Down here in your chat, it'll actually show you. So, like, when I turn that in that quest, it actually increased my reputation by 10. So, how you are able to actually see your reputations, the way that I remember it, is pressing C to open character, and go down here to reputations, and I'll show you all the reputation reps that you have for the character. As you go through the game, you will get more as you go. So that's just what, okay, for quests and stuff, not quests, for achievements and stuff, and you need rep. This is a good way to show it. How you can actually have it as an experience bar is you can click it with left click and then show as an experience bar, and I'll show right here above your XP bar.
Time is of the essence.
So, weapons and armor stuff. So, as you're going, you'll actually either equip, well, yes, you'll equip armor, but you'll pick up armor, or press will give you armor. How you can see is you can press V, which will pump your bags. The cleanup bags is actually a way for you to actually clean your bags. You can manually click it, and I'll automatically put it on. So right click, and I'll put it on, and then as you look at your character, you can see that it's on. So do that for voids and stuff. But if you don't want to do it that way, you can bring up your character and manually move it over. And I'll be able to say, okay, this is this much and this is that much. How you can tell the difference is you can shift and hover over, and I'll say, hey, this is what you're changing for this. So what we just got was a picked up quest, so I'll actually be in your inventory. Usually it'll come up right under quests. You can click it and it'll ask you to accept or decline. So pretty much it's like any other quest, you can accept or deny it. If you do decline it,
I'm out of range. I don't have a target.
yes, as for where you can see in your bag, it actually has the yellow glow around it, which shows you, okay, this is a quest.
Your friends will not long mourn your passing.
For that, you can, well, you can jump off anything high just as long as you have water underneath you. If you don't, that's a good way to kill your character. And when you kill your character, you have to go back and find your body. But we'll show you more exactly on how that's done when we actually die. So, me being the idiot I am, I completely forgot to tell you what I was doing to get up in the air. So, how you jump is you press spacebar, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so this is a vendor. You can buy stuff, you can
Choose
sell stuff
wisely.
with them. As you can tell, it automatically took everything off. So, for this armor smith, you're able to actually repair. So the hammer, if you pick the hammer, it'll actually allow you to repair specific items, whereas the anvil will repair all items.
Be ready for anything.
Glory to the Sindorai. We will have justice.
Sweet. Alright, so as you can tell, the arrow over here is actually coming out of our map's view. So a way to be able to see where you're going is to bring up the big map, and I'll show you right there, or sometimes if it's not there, you'll have to go out more, and I'll be able to show you that way. So if I do this, it'll actually show me it right there, or if I go out more, it'll show me right there. How I'm going out is I'm actually right clicking. How you go back is you left click it, and depending on how far you want to go, how far out you want to go, is how many times you want to press either in or out.
Anaria,
Usually
Shula.
first we'll
Keep your
show you where
wits
to go
about you.
next, like the next areas and whatnot. But there are other quests that won't, so but I'll take you all over and I'll show you every little bit and whatnot.
The eternal sun
It's kind of
guides
cool
us.
how they set that up. So as you can tell, well, hopefully all of them are gone. But as you can see, there's this green question mark right here. That, not question mark or exclamation mark. That is actually a bike path, and what you do to get it is right click it, right click, and
A
I'll
new
actually show
Belore
you
de
what
la
you can
Na.
buy. As you can tell, I only have 2, so this is Elkins where we're at right now. And then we also have one in front of the major city, which is Silverton.
Remember the Sunwell.
So usually for the new ones, I'll take you to that part. I'll show you that part. Usually you'll have quests delivering supplies to the main city and whatnot, so like
Everything
see the
has a
main city?
price.
No. The building that we
Time is
just
of the
walked into
essence.
is actually an inn, and right here is the innkeeper. So for the innkeeper,
I have
you
one-of-a-kind
can
items.
usually ask what can you do at this inn. You can make the inn your home, or you can also browse the goods from the innkeeper. The making the inn your home, that helps you be able to get into a resting spot where you're resting. So that is where this little guy comes in. As you can see, it's still at the Sunstrider Isle, which is where we actually started the character. So as you're progressing, it'll be wise to update your Hearthstone as you're going. So by doing that, all you have to do is make it your home. If you accidentally delete it or destroy it, you can actually
Stay
make it
the
your own,
course.
and I'll give you a new one. And that is pretty much it for today. We'll continue more with the whole leveling and all the leveling mounts and whatnot we'll probably do next week.